You know, at a time when there's so many people who form friendships online, you will talk about all their followers, all their friends on Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok. But at the same time, these people who are talking about this feel extremely lonely. And you may think it's odd that someone who specializes in marriage and relationships, like myself, would spend any time at all making a video on friendships. But it is so important because more and more people are getting together with a significant other. They don't have relationship or marriage friends. They basically have independent friends, but those friends are friends on social media, so they're rarely meeting up with these people. This means that a lot of the pressure that is put upon a partner, an intimate other, is stuff that we used to kind of divvy up with good friends. We had a lot of close friends. We went out with people. We talked with people. We had people we could call at 2 or 3 in the morning who would help buffer us with the life's pain, sorrows, crisis, whatever. And if you exclude those important friendships, if you're, trying to count friends instead of building real relationships, you're going to be in trouble. Your relationship is going to be in trouble. And I personally, as a licensed therapist, am seeing a lot of the problems that married couples have is they lack friendships. So I do want to delve into it. I want to talk about this, how important it is that you each have really good friends, but that you also have couple friends. And if you're thinking about, well, do we really have good couple friends that you don't, then it's time you go out and make that your intention. Join activities, whether it's a sporting activity like hiking or a biking group, or any kind of a group that you align with interests, maybe a cooking club, maybe you start hosting like a potluck or a friends get together once a month. It's extremely important for the balance, for being able to withstand the burdens of life, that the two of you have more and more real friends. And yes, each of you should have your own tribe or your own people that the other partner likes, trusts, and is able to say, yeah, he's out with his friends tonight, and feel good about that, knowing that those friends are on the couple's side. They want what's in the best interest of the relationship. So if you're sitting there listening to this going, do we have close friends? Who are our besties? Who are the people that we could call at 2 or 3 in the morning? Or who could I personally call if I had a health crisis or something happened? Well, one way you can do that is to kind of go through this checklist, which I find really helpful. Who has a key to your front door if you get locked out? Okay, so who knows the code on your front door that you trust with? It shouldn't be a lot of people, but maybe 1 or 2. Who will listen to you when you have an extreme loss or something you're going through? What about if you have a terrible boss or a terrible job? Who is the listener? Who do you vent that to? Who do you talk? Because if you say, well, only my partner, you can see that's a problem. You need more than that person. You need more than that person's ears and their ability to perceive it, put it in a different frame, and help give it back to you. Maybe wrapped in a different way, if you will, so you can actually build more resilience and from a different perspective, go at it from a different angle. Who would be willing to dog sit? If you had to go out of town or you had to take your partner or a good friend to a hospital, who would go in and watch the dog? That is a really good question, because if you have pets, you'll know your friends, you'll be able to identify them right away. Who would stop by and water your plants? Now, for many of you, you would say, well, that would be a neighbor, and that's good. But if it's just a neighbor, after you come home, make sure you build a relationship with that neighbor. Talk to him. Ask them how you can help. Give them a gift card. Do something that shows them you appreciate them, that they're in your inner circle or they're in your tribe, because you may need that person. That person may need you, and this is how networking is built and maintained, and it's what buffers and helps relationships. Who would sound the alert and make the calls if you missed, if you didn't show up? If you were expected somewhere and you weren't there, who would actually make the call to say, well, let's call our partner, or let's call the police, or get together with people who would actually go and look for you? These are important questions, because in a world where we're so isolated, if you're relying on social media, they're not going to be close enough. They're not going to know your inner habits. And knowing a person's inner habits and what makes them happy, what their joy triggers are, this is so essential for friends. So start going out, making an intention to build relationships rather than count friends. 3 to 5 friends, good friends, is ideal. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.